You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and welcome to or welcome back to the channel. If you just saw my Harkalay reaction, thank you for being here for the magical journey of Harkalay. This is the Coke Studio Pakistan behind the scenes video that I love. So if you wanted to see more than just the reaction, that's why you are here. But if you're also here on your own time and you just wanted to see the magical journey as well, thank you so much for being here. Let's get right into this. And yes, I did cry again from this song. You guys always get me. Shout out to everyone behind the scenes, and shout out to Zahor and Rima, who really just did one of the best love songs I have ever seen, about when you find a soulmate and how they take your time, take your heart, but they also take your love and they replenish it. Okay, this is the magical journey of Harkalay. Please let me know what that means as well. I still do not know, but does it really matter when it's already transferred into soulmate music? We'll find out if I do find out what Harkalay is in this as well. Okay, everyone, thank you for being here. Not too excited.
Live recording चल रही है सर।
बहुत ज़्यादा।
Back and on by.
ये मतलब ये तो एक और इमेज भी है जिसमें आपको नजर आएगा कुछ 25-30 लोगों ने बस टेबल को उठाया जस्ट टू डॉक्यूमेंट रिकॉर्ड। ये इनका तो
There he is again.
ये बात पहुंचना लोगों तक जरूरी है कि यार ये भी पाकिस्तान है ना, तो देख लो।
ये इनके जज्बात है जो ये पहुंचे हुए हैं।
Yes.
We all have gone through these emotions.
इसकी वीडियो भी बन रही है, उसके अंदर भी ये विजुअल इंफॉर्मेशन एंड वी आर क्रिएटिंग दीज मोमेंट्स।
पठान जो है, पश्तून जो है, वो बहुत आर्ट और म्यूज़िक के शैदाई लोग, और ये चीज़ें हमने अपने एरिया लकी मरवत में देखी है। उस ज़माने में JVC या नेशनल या पैनासोनिक के टेप रिकॉर्ड, ब्लैक स्पीकर्स लगे होते थे सिल्वर कलर के।
Yes,
वो लोग
I love
जो है ना,
those.
अपने दुम्बे बकरे बेच के लेते थे।
We found out that a lot of things that were ingrained in our heads were completely false. The kind of pictures that they were bringing up from different cultures, it was insane. It opened our vision so much.
So गाने का
First of all, this is just incredible. I never thought of it from a different aspect, because in Canada we always have different ways that people are portrayed around the world, but like obviously in Pakistan you're going to have that the same way. And to think what the power of music and this technology, when you could take it with you, what it made you want to give up, where livestock is getting sold for this stuff, and for us we're giving all of our money and all that too. I already love this. This is incredible, and I love again seeing all these familiar faces and the ability for them to keep putting this high quality content out. It's unworldly.
narrative है, it's about one word welcoming the other, right? But this is us talking to the world. कि बेशक हम फर्क है आपसे, तो अच्छी बात है फर्क है, लेकिन हमारे दिल के दरवाजे आपके लिए।
Well, I sure feel welcome.
Zahur is a Pashto artist from Mardan.
Oh wow.
So जो narrative है वो actually बिल्कुल fit in भी कर रहा है, tie in भी कर रहा है with the realities of the situation.
I'm not lying. I'd come to Pakistan, y'all. I would.
मेरा कल्चर क्यों लैग बैक कर रहा है और कल्चर के हिसाब से? ग्लोबल जितने भी कल्चर्स हैं वो किस तरह से मतलब ऑपरेट करते हैं, दुनिया उसको किस तरह से चेरिश करती है, हम क्यों बेचा रहे हैं भाई?
Great questions, eh?
हमें साबित नहीं करना, हमें उस चीज को ओन करके इस तरह से सेलिब्रेट करना है कि लोग भी उसे देखें कि यार ये कल्चर तो हम कुछ और समझ रहे थे, तो कुछ और है।
Yes,
हमारी जो हिस्ट्री है, being a
I didn't know anything
it's
too, though.
so rich. हमारे कल्चर में कितना सरकाज़म है, हमारे कल्चर में कितनी सेलिब्रेशंस हैं, हमारे कल्चर में कितना फन है, और साथ में हमारे कल्चर में कितना रिस्पेक्ट है। मुझे पता नहीं था कि भाई ओरिजिनल्स कैसे बनाते हैं। कवर्स करता था मैं यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में, हमारे सीनियर्स बहुत ज़्यादा रैगिंग करते थे। सीनियर्स से बचने के लिए मैं उन्हें कहता था मैं एक आर्टिस्ट हूँ, मुझे गाने आते हैं। लफ्जूना रिलीज नहीं हुआ था उस टाइम पे, मुझे बिल्कुल अंदाजा ही नहीं था कि एक बंदे को एक गाना भी पसंद आता है और मेरा गाना। और वहाँ से फिर 1 महीना गुजर गया, 2 महीना, उसकी एक हाइप बिल्ड होनी स्टार्ट हुई और फिर रेंडमली मुझे जुल्फी भाई का मैसेज आया।
जो मैंने अपने दिमाग में एक पश्तो मेलोडीज़ और आइडियाज़ और बीट्स और ग्रूव्स का एक कॉन्सेप्ट था, पता चला कि नहीं, देयर इज़ अ वे टू डू इट इन विच इट कैन जस्ट बी समथिंग एल्स बट स्टिल रियल। मुझे वो बंदा, वो एलिमेंट नज़र आ गया कि जिसके थ्रू हम ये कर सकते हैं। Zuhur gave me that excitement. Wow. So I realized then now we can build a world. Now we can build a narrative. So I just messaged him.
See, look at this. Like, again, y'all, you never know when someone's gonna see what you put out there. So make sure you're putting your best foot forward, because this guy here, I always forget his name. He's always looking out, finding messages that he thinks is worldwide, but then also shows the Pakistani culture. And I love that this song is a lot of just like putting all your preconceived notions of what Pakistan was. This is what it is. Experience it now, and then you're going to see the beauty in case it has been shaken up a bit, like they were suggesting that other cultures for them have been shaken up a bit from what was shown to them in their face, right? So I love this, and again, just so cool that this guy finds it, then finds a complementary piece, and then all comes together, and boom, we get to see it.
मेरे करियर का सबसे बड़ा हिस्सा पेशावर है। सबसे ज़्यादा मेलोडीज पेशावर से ही निकली है, पेशावर के ढाबों से निकली है, पेशावर के कावे की दुकानों से निकली है।
Okay.
पेशावर जाऊँगा कोर देते हैं, हम कोर जाऊँ पेशावर दे। It's like पेशावर is our second home. हर एक पठान उसे एक घर समझता है।
यहाँ पे पेशावर में तो सब कुछ स्पेशल है।
पेशावर
के गाने स्पेशल है, लोग स्पेशल है, पेशावर के अपने एसेंस है।
मैं और उस्मान जब आते हैं ना, तो ज़्यादातर यहाँ पे घूमते हैं। यहाँ के लोगों के जो डायलेक्ट्स होते हैं, यहाँ पे जो खाने मिलते हैं, वो खुद में एक इंस्पिरेशन होती है, जैसे मेलोडीज बनती है।
बहुत सारी वीडियोस, बहुत सारी चीज़ें, इवन बिजनेसेस बहुत बड़े बड़े हैं। हम यहाँ पे प्लान करते हैं।
ये सराउंडिंग के मेरे गली मोहल्लों के लोग हैं जिनके साथ मैं सलाम करता हूँ, मेरे साथ बच्चे गुजरते हैं, ढाबों पे बैठता हूँ, वहाँ पे जो लोग बातें करते हैं, उन्हीं से मेरा म्यूजिक निकलता है।
1, 2, 3 Taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping under with a taste of your poison. मेरा नाम रहमा है।
Was that a Toxic?
I'm from Los Angeles. I've been making music since I was 14. I know that you're toxic. Yeah.
Love it.
मेरी उर्दू अच्छी नहीं है।
Not fluent in, okay.
टूटी फूटी है।
Fair enough. It's a little broken.
सब कुछ समझती हूँ मगर इतनी अच्छी नहीं बोलती हूँ। This is our first time meeting.
There's a lot of miles gone into this meeting as well. I love to hear miles playing.
By the end of the song ना, Rema is singing in Pashto as well.
Wow.
तो उसको पश्तो थोड़ी ट्रेनिंग देनी है। तो ज़हूर और हिदायत।
You're gonna train her too. Great.
I'm about to sing in Pashto before I sing in Urdu, but it's fine. I'll do it though.
What an honest face.
When I first heard the song, I thought there are ways that I could really complement this song in a way that most people probably can't, because it's in English.
I'm so with you there.
It's a different perspective.
Yes.
It's a different world that I grew up in. But it's still the same feeling.
हम ऐसी बात करें कि दो लोग हैं जो एक दूसरे की लैंग्वेज नहीं बोलते, but they want to express their love for each other. So उनकी क्या कहानी होगी?
Felt like it was meant to be when he talked to me about the concept. I really resonated.
You can tell.
You know, we'd started with the intention of like, you know, how exciting would it be if we made like a track in English and Pashto, right? But once her verse was in, I was like, I'm not even thinking about that anymore.
Wait, I'm sorry, I got lost with their singing. I couldn't even hear what he was saying. I need to hear that again. I'm sorry, y'all. That's how mesmerizing they are together.
If we made like
and just so you know where my brain's going, just I did not think this was more a love for cultures and that separation that everyone has because they don't think these cultures can blend, but like they can blend, y'all. As you're seeing, this is incredible, and I'm so happy that she obviously grew up in an English-speaking country or something like that to have that predominantly her language here, and that she's actually learning Pashto as well before she learns Urdu. You can just see just the happiness but sadness and the challenge that this really is, and it's always pushing these artists too, which I think brings out the best in them.
English and Pashto, right? But once her verse was in, I was like, I'm not even thinking about that anymore.
Right, okay, now I get what he's saying.
Intent है have a conversation with the world.
With the world.
मैं
You made it all the way to Canada,
different
the whole west side.
लेकिन इसका हरगिज़ ही मतलब नहीं है कि मैं आपके लिए क्लोज्ड हूँ.
जुवन ज़मा जुवन दस्ता बेल शांति थी. हमारी ज़िंदगी और उनकी ज़िंदगी भले ही डिफरेंट हो. हर कली ज़क्कवम ज़लप दरवाजे हम दिल के दरवाजे खोल के आपको.
Wait, Harkalay is in there?
Different हो. हर कली.
Harkalay, is it welcoming? Is it my heart? Please let me know, because wow. And I thought this is all about like soulmate and all that, but really it's the soulmate of humans. I love people so much that I would give my last jacket to a stranger that is trying to rob me. Honestly.
ज़क्कवम ज़लप दरवाजे हम दिल के दरवाजे खोल के आपको वेलकम करते हैं कि आप आए हमारे साथ एक चाय तो पिएं फिर आपको मज़ा आएगा कि हम कैसे लोग हैं.
So he says welcome and I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure I can come in? Are you okay with that?
I find a similarity in both the languages. पश्तो का तंदर और वो basically English में thunder है. कुछ words थे जो similar थे और मैंने कहा ये क्या हो रहा है? You know.
With all of that knowledge in mind, I came in and I sat with him and I made that bridge. We need hand claps, we need stomps, we need thunder, we need lightning, we need rain, we need like all of those things to come in, because like that just felt like I just felt that so strongly.
There's like a storm. Yeah, because that's the unknown.
First time we heard the song, the bridge section really stood out to us because there was this sound of thunder from there, and we started unpacking this concept that started with this rain.
Yo, the storytelling is so great too.
Each song doesn't just become about a song, but it becomes about an entire world that comes from that.
Yeah.
From that language, from the people it's talking about, from the stories it's telling, from the lyrics that it's portraying. So that becomes much more than just a song.
Layered.
वो शक्लें, वो आइडियाज़, वो लोग, वो सब कुछ ऐसा था कि I was wowed.
Lucky Marwat's tribe was a huge inspiration for this. Those people loved art and loved music.
When you have to build that world, so you have to build that world authentically. आपके पास और कोई choice नहीं है.
लोग कहाँ से नहीं आए? You know, we've had castings. People have come all the way up from north. It's quite amazing to see that we have so much diversity, even in places where we don't feel that we have diversity.
Yeah.
बहुत खुशी है क्योंकि बहुत सारे इधर जितने भी पठान पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं इसमें मुख्तलिफ इलाके से मुख्तलिफ ज़ुबानें बोलने वाले हैं.
That's incredible, because Pakistan, I'm sure, is a larger country, but if you come from Canada, that's a massive country. And predominantly, we only speak 2 languages. Maybe a lot more language has come in with more of the immigrants coming here. But predominantly, it's always been English, French, for me at least. And we have such a wide land that's why we feel, I guess, so united in a way. And we don't think there's much diversity because you're speaking the similar language in so much of the area. But to know that they have so many different dialects, from northern to south, probably even east and west. That's what I'm finding out about these places around the world. I just find that fascinating, and also it forces a more beyond surface level relationship with everyone, because you have to connect a little more deeply if you can't necessarily understand everyone's language as well. But when I was in Japan, one of the places that I have traveled where I had to speak a different language the most, some of my best times was literally just laughing and not even knowing what we're laughing about, because it's just that joy of like, wow, you're enjoying this thing with me. I think we're literally playing like a card game, but that's how magical bringing different cultures together is. And I've always been so about that. And again, that's why I want to come to Pakistan, because I know y'all would welcome us with open arms.
You always hear stories कि वो इतने hospitable हैं, इतने उनके मतलब प्यार से वो पेश आते हैं आपके साथ.
हरकले जो है वो तो खैर हमारा एक स्लोगन कह लो या मैनिफेस्टो कह लो पश्तूनों का है. मेहमान होते ही बेसिकली ख़ास है, वो अल्लाह की रहमत है. बेशक मैं गरीब हूँ या मेरा हुजरा छोटा है आपके रहने के, लेकिन मेरा दिल बड़ा है. मैं आपको वेलकम कहता हूँ, आप कभी भी आएँ.
Whenever you want to. Looks like we're invited.
Right.
Oh! The man is here! The star is here. Yes, sir!
Oh, they hug people too.
I expect you guys to go above and beyond, because that's just how Pakistanis do.
Yeah. Everything is like from original, you know, like जहाँ से हम belong करते हैं, जिस word से वही सीन है.
The fact that it happened so quickly and the lighting.
And our
that's great to hear. I know they had a little trouble with the 2 a.m. lighting. So that's good they don't hear. Oh, it's looking perfect.
Amir is a wizard.
Wizard.
This is Amir's world and we're living in it.
3, 2, and our job is like, how can we make sure that these dancers look beautiful?
Yeah, you're right, but not still have that story.
Dance is nice. Just always make sure that the line is perfect.
That would be a hard
that
one.
Love and the art that we create here in Pakistan is so huge. It has potential to take over.
Wow.
That's why we're here.
I think so.
Until you tell them that you are a star, they will hide their magic. So he's like distracted, right? So we're not working with movements only, it's also choreographing their feelings.
Yes.
We want everyone to feel that feeling when you are part of creating something. Yes. Sometimes we will work tight with the directors on the angle of the camera movements.
They're talking about
that guy's a
nothing is
legend.
foodie. They're talking about
I'm getting goosebumps again, y'all. Like, this is incredible, and the magic really does happen with the little details here. And really, it was until the dancing that's when I actually started breaking down completely and fully embracing and letting my heart and walls fall to be open for more acceptance. As they're saying, you're welcome anytime. And a lot of people don't feel welcome these days, so it's such a refreshing message, to be honest.
Their food is not so much spiced, but it's so tasty.
Wow.
Like they
How do you taste it?
Also, they stuff it with rice and keep it under. Let's go eat.
I'm hungry
सांस एक अनार जो होता है वो बाहर से बहुत सख्त होता है, बहुत नॉर्मल लुकिंग होता है, लेकिन जब आप उसको खोलते हैं, so it's almost like jewels inside it. बेशक बाहर से हमें एक हार्ड शेल नजर आता है as outsiders, but अंदर कितनी खूबसूरती है. And generally the shape of this space is like an अनार जो ऊपर से खुला हुआ है.
Cool. This is a place where the community gets together in times of sorrow, in times of happiness, in times of strife.
Any emotion.
With this concept, we're also establishing an arid, dry landscape on the outside. Under we have this little oasis. They have
like
these traditions and nuances about their culture, जो कि most people like we didn't know about that.
जब बारिश नहीं हो रही थी बहुत देर से, सो जो बच्चे होते हैं उनको घर में कोयला जो होता है या जो आपकी तवे की जो कालक होती है वो बना के वो मुंह पे लगाते हैं बच्चे, और फिर वो घर से घर जाते हैं और जाके कहते हैं कि हम दुआ करेंगे बारिश हो.
और वहाँ पे हमें कोई गंदम दे रहा है, कोई हमें चने के दाने दे रहा है, तो हम सारे मिक्स लाते हैं और उसको हम उबालते हैं, जिसको हम अपनी लैंग्वेज में गुंगड़ाई बोलते हैं, और वो आप सारे बच्चे खाते हैं शाम के वक्त. फिर हम दुआ करते हैं बारिश के लिए.
before we get into the fashion, as we know that lady coming in, oh my God, I love kind of rituals or just things you do in a culture here. These kids put on like these ashes and they want to go and pray, and then they're getting like almost offerings for a meal, and then if the rain comes down, it washes all that marks away, and you're clean again, baptized in God's grace. And it's just, wow, this is so cool. And like, these are things I would want to do with my children as well. It really teaches you so much about life when you do these rituals like this. So I love it.
जो वो हाथ का काम करते हैं, मुझे जो नजर आया वो ज़्यादातर तिल्ला था या डोरी का काम था.
Tilla or dory?
They kind of like move it in a way which is very unique.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
मेरे लिए जो challenge था वो ये था that Hashim's palette of the set was very earthy tones.
Yes.
And Pakhtun clothes are like bright colors. जो औरतों के frocks के prints होते हैं, shocking pink, green.
Yeah.
So then you look for the prints, you look for the colors, you look for the material that's closest to theirs, but in a totally different extreme of colors. Brown, beige, moss green, very, very dull colors.
Right.
This guy dance. So the people in dance sequence, we have like a talent deck that Shafia makes, and it makes it very easy for us. So we just look at the name and the sequence, and we just stitch it with it so that it's easier, because there's so many people and we don't want it to get confusing.
Yeah. You have to be so organized for this.
My idea was कि जब हम set पे जाएं, आपको लगता है कि आप किसी और दुनिया में पहुंच गए हैं. So every little element, clothing, hair, makeup, sets, they all knit the story together.
My favorite part, sleeves. It's not a cheap big sleeves.
Very bombastic.
I wanted her to feel good and make her feel happy.
Yeah.
That feeling transcends into their expression.
It does.
When an artist is happy, you truly feel that you've done something. It was worth all the effort.
It was. You nailed it, everyone.
मुझे लिटरली ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे मेरा गांव है, सही है, बाहर बच्चे खेल रहे हैं, मेरी इमेजिनेशन वो जैसे ही मैं परफॉर्म कर रहा था उसका हिस्सा बिल्कुल बन गया.
Wow, good for him. What a setting does.
This is exactly what it feels like when you are removed from culture. You don't have something to hold on to, so you have to hold on to these little knickknacks like crystals or potions, or your mom when she's trying to take off nazar from you and she's doing this thing like around you and burning red chili flakes. I resonated and it made me feel like I was at home. So it was so easy for me to like feel comfortable and perform at my fullest capacity.
Wow. And if you're ever looking for that thing, if you're ever feeling alone in a different place, if you're a stranger in a strange land, the best thing to offer is love. Even over the crystals and stuff that makes you feel connected to your home. But what more would make you feel connected to your home and your loved ones than actually loving the new people that you're meeting as well?
Making it rain during a Coke Studio performance, that was something a bit out there.
They nailed it though.
We finally got to do it.
Is that the first time they ever had rain come down? Wow, no way.
How do you make it rain without all the wires and all the live equipment and everything getting washed?
एक म्यूजिक वीडियो में जो कि लाइव बज रहा है, उसमें ये भी हो रहा है. For me, this was unbelievable.
It's supposed to look magical and mystical at the same time, and almost otherworldly and slightly foreboding. And slowly, slowly, with rain, you cleanse it.
Yeah.
And you see, no, this is us as well.
Excellent. Very good.
What the world thinks about us because of what the world sees about us is not exactly who we are. हमारा art express करता है कि हम people of love.
People of love.
But जब वो हम feel करेगा सिर्फ हमारी warmth को, तो फिर उसे रहा नहीं जाएगा.
Yeah, I won't be able to control myself
हमने बस
either.
वही कोशिश की जो आपने देखा नहीं, जो आर्काइव था, जो फाइलें पीछे डस्ट में के अंदर पड़ी हुई थी, हमने वो केसेस बाहर निकाल दिए कि ये भी हम हैं।
मैं कहता हूँ ये दिन ख़त्म ही ना हो, लिटरली, क्योंकि ये बहुत बड़ा दिन है मेरे लिए, बहुत बड़ा दिन।
I always used to tell my mom that I wanted to be on Coke Studio. So I'm really grateful that I'm here in a moment where they want to welcome even people from the diaspora and remind you, like, even if you move all the way to Los Angeles, you're still Pakistani.
Los Angeles, yeah.
Welcome home, almost like that. That's what it feels like.
Wow. How does this not give you goosebumps, y'all? Like, come on.
Harkalay.
Harkalay. Harkalay to everybody.
Thank you. Much love. Wow. Another magical journey, I tell you. Again, I am astonished because I really didn't know anything about Pakistan culture before this. So luckily, I never had anything that really tainted it, which is great. So I was really coming in with a clean slate. And I don't know if that's made it easier for me to digest than some others or something, but I have never felt so connected. And like I said, this was a love song right off the bat. And to have a different language and a different gender, when you started with a specific gender and a different language as well, that really gave the full worldly message right off the bat before 2 minutes had even passed. And then for it to build on, I know if you watched my reaction to that song, I actually thought it was more like a soulmate type of a song. And again, if you can come to the full conclusion, we're all brothers and sisters. So we all really are family and need to love each other too, right? So we're all technically soulmates because we have to love to continue on. And there's so much hate in this world where this type of music should be just getting blasted everywhere out of those boom boxes that they have on the screens here. Doesn't matter where. I just am flabbergasted again how the genius behind this, I forgot his name again, but he always can find these people that perfectly complement each other from just a simple social media post. And again, that's why, y'all, you never know who's, it's almost it's kind of nerve-wracking when you think of it, but every time you're out here, even right now, someone might be looking and kind of dissecting to see if you are an option for something they want to push out there for love's sake or for gain's sake, whatever really way it is. And that's why I really love these Coke Studio behind the scenes magical journeys, because I took it one way, they showed what it truly was about, but it all kind of comes together and you get the full picture, and the whole heart comes out when you get the full understanding, because it's beautiful to make your own understanding, but it's also beautiful to know exactly what the artist wanted to put out here. And it's magical. Coming from Canada, there's a lot of immigrants from India and all that, and I grew up with an Indian family in my was one of my neighbors, and he was my best friend forever. I love them. I love how welcoming and warming they always were, and it's so nice to come back to this. Thank you all for spending more time with me on this journey. I know the next one I'll be watching as well, and if you have not seen the Coke Studio Bangla reactions I have done as well, I think you guys would like that as well. We are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks. With all that beautiful food being talked about, I am also hungry. All right, peace and love. God bless y'all.
You are now exiting Enter the Chronic's rabbit hole. Thanks for your participation. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and put on notifications. We will see you all next time. Stay tuned, tell your friends about us, and God bless.
Hey guys, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. If you like this channel, remember to subscribe right here. And if you want to subscribe to the artist that you just heard, remember, it is right here. And if you're excited to see another video that we think you might like, click here.
Thank you so much, Chronicans, for making it this far. We love you so much.